Well, hello, I'm MintCC and this is Drawkward, and I'm gonna continue drawing my flying type Pokemon team. Today we're drawing Talonflame. Her name is Ember. She's kind of cool, and this is gonna be bad because it's a very complicated design. So this is just gonna be a fun time. Cool. It's the proper way to test your brushes, by the way. Squiggle them. That's how you know they're working. Wait. I learned something. I'm learning all the shortcuts on the keyboard now. Hooray. Which means I don't have to do everything the hard way anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with doing things the hard way. I do everything the hard way. Just how I roll, you know? Maybe you don't know, but now you do know. This beak is nonsensical. It's like that or something. You know, I've essentially learned that drawing beaks might be the hardest part about drawing birds. They're very difficult, to be honest. But I think that's what we're gonna roll with for this beak. Probably a bit too small and a bit too low, but we're gonna roll with it. This is Ember, not generic Talonflame. That's what we're going with. It's also really funny. So Talonflame has like a signature ability called Gale Wings that like, back in Pokémon X, which is the game I was playing, is like super broken. And I have now like played through Kalos like twice with a Talonflame, and I've never used one with the signature ability. I always get the ones with freaking Flame Point, which means it's complicated, but essentially if another Pokemon hits them with a physical attack, there's a chance they'll be paralyzed. Not paralyzed, that's static. Burned, which I just think is kind of funny. It's like there's this really cool ability that this Pokemon gets that was super broken, and I've never used it. I always use the other ability. I don't like hunting around and catching like 20 of a Pokemon just so you can get the ability you want. But that's just my personal take. Like if you want a different ability, go for it. I always end up with the ability that's not as good. But hey, Flame Body came in handy a few times, especially early on. I was burning everything because I caught, you know, my Fletchling, the baby form of Talonflame, if you didn't know, pretty early on in the game. So Ember got me out of a lot of sticky situations. She also dominated Wickstrom because he's got steel types and steel is weak to fire, and she's a fire type. Hence the name Ember. That'd be really funny if I named it Ember and it just wasn't a fire type. I need to do that sometime. Just catch a Wooper and name it Ember and just confuse everybody. I guess no one will see that, but you know what I mean. Gotta stop being so typical with my names. At one point, I played with a Snorlax that I named Bread that I was really proud of. It's a really dumb name, but I thought it felt appropriate for Snorlax for some reason. Yeah, naming is not my strong suit, and that's okay. That's gonna have to be good enough. Birds are weird. This is what I'm learning here, but that's okay. There's too many lines. There we go. It's fine. No one's gonna look at the feed. No one's gonna look at the feed. It's okay. I'm just ignoring the sketch here because the sketch was wrong. Not that I can draw it anyways. There we go. Something like that. Yep. It's good enough. Yep. We're just gonna move on. Tail feathers. They're always difficult. Actually, Dodrios weren't so bad, but tail feathers. They're so difficult. Why did they decide to strike the tail feathers and nothing else on this bird? For some reason with Talonflame, they just went, we were gonna do all the patterns because we feel like it. Most of this bird is polka dotted. I just haven't drawn it yet. There's a lot of polka dots on this bird, and I don't feel like drawing them yet. Not polka dots, but you know what I mean. It's a spotted bird in some spots. That was not an intentional thing. The spots in different spots. Anyways. I actually just dropped my brush is what I did. Scared myself. No. This is why we don't draw a bunch of complex shapes in one brush stroke. It's because that can happen and it's super bad. Okay, there's one. Brilliant. I'm gonna have to move this because her wings are about to go off this. I also just now realized I drew her massive. She's got a lot of details, okay? Okay. Also, again, reminder to anyone who's new, I do have a reference open. I'm not just doing this from memory. That may have been obvious, but I don't know. I feel like when I was a kid, I would have just watched someone drawing and being like, yeah, that's all from memory. No, my memory's not that good. Although I did draw a Tyrantrum from memory one time that was pretty good. I think it's in my YouTube banner. I was really proud of it when I drew it because it kind of actually looks like Tyrantrum. It was very impressive. But yeah, references are your friend. I'm bad about not using them, but I can't remember what this bird looks like, so I'm still gonna go off the canvas. Oh well, I'll fix that in a minute. It's a big bird, y'all. Probably just gonna shrink the bird down a little bit to fix this. I suppose at this point I don't need to look at the sketch because I have my reference and I've traced most of it, so. Also, while I'm at it, this line should totally connect through to connect to this line, now that I think about it. Alright, now that that's solved, we can go finish this wing. No, I'm in a mask. When did I mask? A long time ago, apparently. And that's super annoying. What is this layer for? Did I start that layer? I don't even remember. I thought I only had 2 layers. That's not a labeling problem. That's a I created another layer on accident problem. Maybe that's what that weird button I pushed a while ago did. I don't know. But now it's on the correct layer. Leave it to me to accidentally start a new layer and not realize I've done it. That is a typical Mint maneuver. Very typical. Is there a key just to add a layer that I could have potentially hit, or am I just losing it? Is there like a shortcut for that? Because honestly, that might be really helpful to know. I love how I've gotten completely distracted from what I'm doing because I want to make this look pretty. It looks so much better when you do this. There's probably a way to actually just taper the edges, but like I'll hand taper them because it's fun. And it gives me more control over how it looks. The more you know. I apparently drew that on the wrong layer too, but that's okay. It's got flame patterns on its wings, which is super cool. Not that I can draw them apparently. Good enough. Now I gotta draw all the freaking circles. Semicircles, ovals, whatever they're called. I guess semicircle is like half of a circle, but I meant like semi as in pseudo. Pseudo circles. That's the word I want. A pseudo circle. Also known as an oval. See? Pseudo circles. I'm pretty sure like actual hawks have these, which is what this Pokemon's based off of, but I don't actually know. I'm not a bird expert. And then they continue on the wings. They're slightly different shapes on the wings. They're more like triangles that are rounded. Or like long beans, if you will. Not that I particularly like beans, but you know what I mean. See, these are kind of semicircles. These are not going to be uniform. And that's going to be okay. It adds character, okay? If these were perfect, then a computer could do that, right? That's yeah, we're gonna roll with that. Now we gotta start coloring this thing, so this is gonna be fun. So we gotta switch to our coloring pen, which is the one below the one that I use for line art. And fun fact, every single one of these dots is this like reddy orange color. I could use the fill tool, but the last time I did that, I like crashed the software, so I'm just gonna leave it alone for now. I should probably save this, now that I think about it, in case that happens again. I'm smart. If the thing crashes again, at least I have my line art. Remember to save, y'all. Just always remember to save. I'm really bad at remembering to save. This is very fun. I think I mentioned this before, but it's like I've just made a coloring book page and now I get to just color it. And it's so satisfying. Okay, now I can probably make my brush way bigger, guys. Looky there. Big chonky brush. Oh, I forgot a line. Give me a sec. Okay. You know, this color's about the color of Clifford the Red Dog now that I think about it. But I don't know why I just remembered that. Because I completely forgot Clifford existed until just now. Wow. I sure hope everyone who watches this knows who Clifford is. If you don't, that's very sad. He's the big red dog. I don't remember anything else about him, but I remember that he was big and red. Okay, now we gotta find... Let's do this, like, yellowy color. And no, I can't just go steal Crackle's yellow. It's a different yellow. It's tragic. That's about right, though. It's more of a golden yellow than Crackle. And, champions. That would be really funny, though. If I just went and stole that color and used it on this one, too. It would tie them all together. But, no, it's the wrong color. And it's not used anywhere else except for on the tail and the feet. I like this color. It's a good one. I used to own a pair of pants in this color. It's a really random factoid. I wore them like once, but I used to have pants in this color. I don't know why I ever got them. I do not have the confidence to wear pants this color. Also, I'm gonna have to fix this to connect that line. If I don't remember, y'all can call me out on it. I don't know. But I don't feel like messing with my brushes to fix that right now. Besides, we're gonna go back and clean up all the line art at the end. Especially this clawed bad. Now we gotta get a dark, cool gray, is that what that is? We're gonna go to like a purpley color. I don't know why that's my go-to for cool gray, but it works, so. Because technically you can get a gray from every color. Get desaturated enough. Although it is weird that it's a cool gray with a fire type. Maybe it's got some contrast. I see what you're doing, Pokemon. I see y'all. Okay, now one more color. You know, in hindsight, I really probably should have done the gray before I did the red spots, because now I have to go around the red spots instead of just being able to color straight through them. Unless I put this layer underneath, like made another layer for it, but I'll just deal. But yeah, in hindsight, there was a smarter order to do the colors. Oh well. Well, there's the coloring. Woo. Now I just gotta clean this whole thing up. The line art is an absolute train wreck. Not a train wreck, it's just a little messy. You know, my professors always tell me, not necessarily to me, but they always talk about how like the last 5 to 10% of a drawing is like the most important part. Because they're like, you know, when you finally go back and you clean up all your mistakes, that's when the drawing comes to life. Because they're art professors and they talk like that. But to some extent they're right. Because sometimes you can think a drawing is like, great, and then you clean it up and it's even better, you know? Like I'm trying to do right now. Because it is a whole mess if you look at it any closer than at a full distance. Like, it's so messy. I'm just in a messy drawing place today, I don't know. Especially the tail feathers, goodness gracious. That did not select the color at all. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. You know, it is very funny that this has taken me almost an hour and a half to do. I'm apparently just really slow at drawing. Oh, I forgot to fix this thing when I fixed the line art layer. That's funny. See, now y'all can make fun of me. Sort of. Actually, please don't make fun of me. I don't know what I'm talking about. There we go. Never happened. Alright. There she is. This is Ember. Look at my awful handwriting, y'all. I would draw Star after, but that's gonna probably take me another hour and a half, so I should probably stop. Spoilers for the next stream/video. Valkyrie's next. It's an equally complicated bird. That's probably where I'm gonna end this one. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed watching me draw Talonflame, and hopefully I'll see you around. Y'all have a good one.